I have spoken about this movie before, on another channel, but seeing I've got a new audience here and I like this film, forgive me for going over old ground.
I'd be able to work that out.
This is Don's Plum, shot sometime in the 1990s, but not released until the early 2000s because of legal difficulties. It's an independent mumblecore comedy drama, as were popular at the time. This one is of note because it stars a pre-fame Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio.
You just telling me to shut up, alright? Let me eat my food.
Rod,
Alright?
my friend wants to smell your punani.
The script was based in part on the play Saturday Night Club by David Stutman, but is in fact largely improvised. DiCaprio shooting all of his scenes in one impressive night's filming.
Never gotten as much pleasure out of sex as I was told to do when I was young.
Wait, what'd you say?
Again?
I have, fuck yeah.
What'd you say?
Okay.
I didn't, I didn't hear what he said.
Seeing as I had sex when I was 6.
The story is a relatively simple day-in-the-life narrative. It follows a group of friends, all of whom would be considered fairly toxic by today's standards, but they talk about sex, things get uncomfortable, buttons are pressed, and so people get angry. Cue a massive meltdown. The whole thing is basically a bad night out with a bunch of friends you don't really like as much as you once did. DiCaprio is the standout of the group, bravely playing an incredibly unlikable character, but still letting enough of his own charm shine through to make it understandable why the group would hang out with him.
Come here. Come here. I want you fuckers to hug. And I want you guys to fucking mean it, alright?
The black and white 16mm look of the film gives it a rough John Cassavetes feel. If I was going to point out a downside, it is a little padded. These sequences where the supporting cast keep going to talk to themselves in the bathroom mirror all could be dropped.
Oh, if I didn't have to fucking blow Dawn.
You're having sex with 2 or 3 waitresses, which could be bad.
Do everything you gotta do, including your boss.
Flo's good.
Yes, I'm more than a waitress.
Flo's boyfriend is a bowler, though. He could get mean.
But I assume they're there to mask edits in the improvisations. If at this point you're wondering where can you see this movie, well, I'm sorry to say that if you live in America you can't. Well, not legally. You see, distribution has been blocked. This has been chronicled in the New York Post web series Inside Don's Plum, linked below if you're interested. Please be aware that the events as the New York Post portrays them have been disputed. Apparently, in a mix-up that many amateur filmmakers make, they didn't get the contract signed before filming, meaning the stars had to okay the picture before its release. DiCaprio was hesitant at first, but pleasantly surprised by the finished film. Tobey Maguire was less sold on it. Accounts vary to why, but Occam's razor leads me to believe that Maguire was dissatisfied with an open and very raw performance, in which he improvised some very revealing moments.
Look at your face anymore. I'm gonna throw something at you, I swear to God. Leave!
That's something
Bro,
about
why
it.
don't you guys
Mother
fucking leave her alone, bro? You guys were fucking pricks. Why don't you just let her fucking be? I just can't look at her anymore. I mean, look. Well, then don't fucking look at her. Stop, bro. She's looking at me right now. What am I supposed to do? Throw a fucking bottle in her face? You're acting like you're fucking 14.
Do this to make yourself feel better because...
Now, I don't think this on-screen character is anything like the real Maguire, but I know a lot of people struggle to watch their own improvisations, because there's always something of yourself in there. It's a strangely naked process. I believe Peter Fonda reacted the same way about this scene in Easy Rider, in which he laments his mother's suicide.
You never found me.
I believe in God, Father Almighty.
Everybody else?
But Peter Fonda could see the film was better with it, and it stayed in. Tobey Maguire, however, couldn't see the positives of Don's Plum. Being known for Pleasantville at the time, he considered the release of the picture a bad move.
I mean, I believe I'm here for some kind of purpose or some shit, but the more I think about it, the more fucked up I get, so why bother? You, my friend Jeremy. Relax, bro, open up, try some different foods. It's all good in the hood.
Had they proper contracts at the start of filming, I'm sure this legal battle would not have been so simple. There's footage of the stars talking under oath, saying they only agreed to make a short film, so the feature film as presented is not even what they verbally agreed to. How one is supposed to dictate a running time on a film which is mostly improvised is beyond me. Anyway, the legal battle went on until the producers made a deal and agreed not to release the film in America or Canada. DiCaprio was very big in Japan at the time, so the filmmakers thought they'd make their money back there. But another legal mix-up involving contracts meant they had to sell the rights for much less than the highest offer. The film was eventually released in Europe, though not in the UK, and DVDs of the film can be imported from Germany, Spain or Poland. At the time of recording, the film's currently on YouTube, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's blocked in the United States.
So we drink, right?
So we drink. Okay. That's how you play a never, bro.
Over 20 years have passed since it was filmed, and I can't imagine an American release would do the stars any harm now. But it's not me who needs to be convinced. So what is the moral of this story? Get all of your contracts signed before the cameras roll. I'm Scott Kingsnorth, and I'm making a movie.